One terror attack, two global summits. At one, India was supported. At the other, silenced. As blood was spilled in Pahalgam, one international forum looked away. But India refused to let the world forget.
A word about terrorism in the light of our recent experience. The world must display zero tolerance. Victims and perpetrators must never be equated. And India has every right to defend its people against terrorism, and we will exercise that right. We expect our Quad partners to understand and appreciate that.
On July 1st, foreign ministers of Quad nations met in Washington, D.C. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar represented India at the high-level meet. Quad's agenda included regional security, technology, maritime cooperation, and counter-terrorism. But this time, the summit took a powerful stand on a specific attack. The Quad joint statement strongly condemned the April 22nd Pahalgam terror strike. It was first major international condemnation of the deadly attack. The attack killed 25 Indian civilians and one Nepali national. Dozens were injured in a targeted strike on a civilian convoy. Quad leaders called the act dastardly and expressed deep condolences. They demanded justice for victims and accountability for perpetrators. They urged UN member states to cooperate fully in the investigation. The message was clear. Terrorism cannot hide behind borders anymore. Jaishankar, without naming names, took a wheel swipe at Pakistan. He reminded the world that cross-border terror remains a pressing threat. India's global stance was further strengthened with Jaishankar's Pentagon visit. He met US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to discuss military cooperation. Jaishankar then met US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Both leaders reaffirmed strong bilateral ties and commitment to regional peace. India also announced it will host the next Quad summit, a sign that India is ready to lead the security conversation. Now contrast this with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, held just days before in China under Beijing's chairmanship. India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh attended the SCO summit, but he refused to sign the final joint declaration. Why? Because the SCO skipped any mention of the Pahalgam attack and instead referred to disturbances in Balochistan, Pakistan's talking point. India protested the omission and walked away from consensus. China and Pakistan's growing influence within SCO was hard to miss. This shows a striking contrast. Two summits, two very different messages. One chose silence, the other stood in solidarity with India. India is now clearly leaning towards global coalitions that act, not avoid. Quad offers solidarity, action and moral clarity on issues like terrorism. From Pahalgam to Pentagon, India sent a diplomatic message this week. Terrorism can't be selectively condemned, and silence is complicity.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.